Hey Ebro fans, so it's now time for me to try to paint this head. We'll see how this comes out. Hold on, let me straighten this out. There we go. So here's where we are right now, this green head, and I've let it cool. So now it's actually turnable, and you can see how it works, and it will actually pop on and off now. Ugh, tight fit. So you can see how I dremeled that out earlier to fit over the top of this. So that is our goal, is to have it so it fits over the top of that. And now it's time to paint it. Whenever I paint, I like to put it on a separate, there we go. And I actually made this by putting the clear thing on so it fits the action figure's head just right. So now I got something to hang on to tightly to paint this. Now I do my clear coats, I can clear coat it too. So let's set this aside and let's go ahead and start painting this. Let's take a look at our model we're trying to duplicate a little bit. Now I know it's not exact. That's okay though. We don't need it exact. We just need a head that can open and close, pretend to blow fire, and be painted close to this. So our goal is to turn this red and these spikes purple up here and have it blend right in to this when we're done. So I got some various reds. Let's take a look here. I got this, slide those in the camera, there we go. I got this kind of dark red, which is kind of fun because it's kind of a clearish red. Then I have this red right here, which is not quite as dark. I don't know how it's going to work out though. I've never used this one before, so let's just give it a shot and see how it looks on this cup. Let's look at this red next to it. All right, so let's go ahead and start coating this. Now, I have to make some decisions right at the bat. One, I don't want the teeth painted. I want to keep the teeth unpainted, and I want to leave the eye unpainted. So I have to be careful when I go to paint this. So I'm going to use the reddish clear first, just to see if we can just kind of spruce it up a little bit to kind of match our red, but still have some of the cool detailing highlights and features of the original figure. So we'll just coat this on here. Now, I'm not the best at painting on camera, so forgive me for my lack of getting this just right while I'm on camera. I usually paint off camera and then turn the camera back on, but today I'm going to give it a shot, see if I can paint on camera. Actually, let me add my extra light so you guys can see better. If those haven't watched it yet, this is my cool selfie light that I use for my videos. We'll see how that works. So this clearish red is just not coming out very good. It's just too see-through. And yes, I want the detail still left, but it's just, you can still see too much green through it. So I'm going to go for the more solid red here and just kind of coat it on there right over the top and just cover that up. Now, most paints will dry darker than what you see here, so you have to be a little careful as you do this because it's going to come out looking darker when you're done. So as you're trying to match these paints, just keep that in mind that it's going to actually be darker after it dries. The clear coat will make it look a little shiny and wet, so sometimes that even gives it a more darker appearance. So do keep that in mind as you're painting on your figures and on your parts. All right. Now I decided to keep the inside of the mouth left alone with the green and the teeth and the pink. So I'm not going to mess with that at all. Just going to bring it right up to the edge. All right, that looks pretty cool. So as I get closer up here, I'm going to be careful not to paint his eye, because I want to keep that eye the same. If I do accidentally paint the eye, I can go back. I got some yellow paint here and repaint it, but I prefer not to. All right, I'm going to drop down to a smaller brush so I can get into those little areas. Actually, these brushes are all about the same size. That's too small. Okay, you guys, sorry about this. I'll be right back while I grab some more brushes. Hold tight. Oh, I am back. Okay, so let's continue painting this. And when I get in closer, I'll use another smaller brush. But for right now, let's just get these major parts around the eye. Looks like I need to get some new brushes soon. I never painting something like this. You are going to want to use more than one coat. As you can see, there's still a lot of green and stuff showing through here. Now some of this I'm going to leave on purpose just to give it more, you know, kind of more of a flare and more of a cool effect. But some of this I will cover up with red. Oh, I got it on the eye. All right, let's go back through and repaint this. Get the majority of this repainted. I really like how some of these textures are coming out. It looks really cool with some of that green popping through. I think I just might leave some of that just to give it more flair. All right, so now I need to get some purple on here for his back half. So I got some different choices here. I got this really light purple, and here's the color I'm shooting for, and you can see that's just not quite the right shade. And notice it kind of changes from light purple to dark purple. Then I have this super ultra dark purple that I use for my Skeletor. So let's go ahead and start with this lighter purple. And then add some of the dark purple. And we will mix this together a little bit. So you can see those are the colors right there. And where the two meet, that will be my new color. Get most of the paint off the brush so you have a really light dry brush effect. Let's go ahead and dry brush this on. All right, so we got some of that on there already. So let's take a look. It's starting to look a little better. Again, you want to do some more dry brushing on this. All right, I'll be right back when I go blast with the heat gun really quick. Sorry, you guys. Be right back. All right, so I quickly did a quick dry on it. So there it is. Let's go ahead and do a little more dry brushing. This time I'm going to take the tips and make them a little darker. So I'm going to put this in the darker part of the paint. And again, get my brush so it's really dry. And then just hit the tops of these just to kind of give it that darker look. Right on the tips. And then we'll use this part right here just to kind of dry this in so it kind of meshes nice. Now, if you have an airbrush, it's way easier to do because you just airbrush this on there, but I do not have an airbrush, so we're just going to go with the dry brush. It looks like this should have some purple on it too, just ever so slightly according to the model I'm using. So let's go ahead and hit that with just a little bit of purple. Okay, let's do a quick comparison. No, but cool enough. Yeah, I think it's cool enough. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clear coat this. I'll be right back. So for those that are watching, sorry I'm leaving you again. But the cool part is for those that are just tuning in or watching this not live, you can fast forward past me vanishing from the scene for a few minutes, so let's do a quick few more touches. All right, I'll be right back. All right, you guys are back. I went ahead and clear coated it. There it is, all clear coated. And then next video, I'll slap it all together with Skeletor so you guys can see what it looks like completed. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 3 when I do the actual full assembly. It'll probably be in about 10 minutes. Thanks.